Okay, so I came back from my doctor's appointment, and now I'm here to try to save my plants because the forecast said it was going to be in the 50s, but no, it's actually already freezing. It's 32, and our climate here, we're not used to this kind of weather. I don't know how you people from up north do it, but I'm going to try to see if I can cover up some of my plants. I was trying to help my sister cover some of her plants, but I didn't have any gloves and my hands were freezing. So let me turn it around. So I already started covering up some of my plants. I put this cover on the citrus, and I need to cover up some of my guayaba trees. So I'm gonna see what I can find to cover them up. And my little cabbages, I need to cover them up. My cabbages and my cauliflowers. See, cauliflower, I have several cauliflower here. There's another one, and these are the cabbages. So they're not ready to be harvested. I did harvest some of the tomatoes. Let's see. Let me show you my tomato plants. But some of them are too small to harvest, so I'm gonna try to cover it up. See if it'll survive. I was able to harvest 4 papayas. Let me show you where I put my papayas. I harvested because I know that the papayas don't do well with this cold temperatures. It's supposed to drop in the 20s tomorrow. Here are my papayas and the one tomato that I did harvest. All right, so let me find the stuff to cover up my other plants. So I was able to put some of my plants in here, inside the shed. And I have these hoops, so I can put the cover, but I think they're too small for my raised bed. Look guys, this is my anagua tree that looked like the little branch, but look. Let me see if you can see. It has green. It's alive. So I'm gonna cover it since this is young. And I already covered up the box over there. That's my guayaba because it's a young tree. Nothing I can do about this papaya. It survived the last one. I think a year and a half ago or a year ago. It has a lot of papayas, but those are too little for me to harvest. And it had a bunch of them growing in. All right, but that's where I have my guayaba. Now I need to cover up my other citrus. This plant is looking beautiful, so I'm gonna cover it. Right. Okay, I'm done covering up what I can cover up. Right now, this is a little lemon. I just put a trash can over it. The other ones, I don't know. The Vitex, I think should be okay. They're like crepe myrtles. And then the roses should be fine. Hope this tree is fine. And I covered up my anagua that has little signs of growth. I covered that up. These, I believe everything comes back. If they die out, that's okay. They come back. All of these. The palm, I think that they don't. This palm doesn't suffer from the cold, I don't believe. Everything else here should come back. I forgot about the citrus. I have a little citrus here. I'm gonna get a sheet and cover it in a little bit. My palm tree, nothing I can do about the palm tree. I just gave it extra water. There was a little guayaba, so I covered that up. And I put some concrete. The figs, I believe they'll come back, but I'm gonna have to start over with the growth if they die. I just put some concrete on their roots. I don't know if it'll help. This is a guayaba tree. My peach tree, I did wrap up this grapefruit, and I put the concrete on the bottom. I think I'm gonna put cardboard also on the bottom. See if it'll make any difference. And right now, this is a citrus. I covered up this bin. My papayas, one of my papayas. Trying to protect it, and my raised bed. This is one of the screens, the 20-foot screen, and there's a sheet under there. My citrus covered up with a trash can. This citrus with a sheet. And my tomato plants, my pepper plants, my serrano plants. That's what I did. Okay, so the rest on this bed I didn't cover. I'm praying that they will be fine. This is a Corona de Cristo that I did cover. My papayas. 2 of my papayas here. And the Corona de Cristo and a Bougainvillea, I believe. No, not Bougainvillea. Begonia. This is a tulipan that's young. And this is another tulipan. So I covered them. If they're older, they're established, I think they'll be okay. They'll come back. The date palm. Previous, I lost like 4 date palms, so I'm covering it up. Everything else in this bed. Oh, I wanted to show you the hyacinths are already growing. It's not spring yet, but there they are. They grow. Oh, there's another one. The hyacinths are coming in. I guess I like the cold weather. So excited to see them grow. And I saw some of the daffodils are also, look, the daffodils are planted here. See, there are some daffodils already showing up. At least 2 of them. And then here in the front of the house, I have my fiddle leaf fig. I covered it up and I have a fern. The rest of the plants I had here, put them inside. This is the pot that I found at home. I think it's so cute. Let's see what I put on top of it. I mean, what I planted in there. So that's my, hopefully won't kill them. And this is a young tree. It's a Texas laurel. So it's covered with a trash can. And let me see in the back. This is a Corona de Cristo and my fern. I covered those up. The rest of these should come back. And I covered this one. This is a what's it called? I forgot what it's called. Succulent. It's succulent. And here I covered this other ones. They do have some Dustin Miller. They have some Coleas. They have, I think that's all I have there. All right, so I haven't been doing much in my garden. The last thing that I worked on was I did take down all my Christmas decor, and my son-in-law came by, and I never used my attic for storage, but he came by and put some plywood on my attic, and I was able to free up some space on my shed. And we used 3 plywoods that were 3/4 inch. It turned out to be like over $200 because each plywood was like 42, but I had about 4. And so that's the only thing that I've had time to work on. I have a lot of weeds that I need to remove. And here in my shed, plan is that we're gonna do a loft or a shelf here towards the back, so we can put all these plywoods up there and have more room, because the plywoods are for when a hurricane hits us, we have to cover up the windows with those plywood. So put them up in the shelf would be more, save some space. So I do have a lot of weeds, which I should be doing as soon as I have some free days, because I only have off today. I still gotta do my laundry, still gotta cook. I wanted to pick up my grandson, but I didn't have time. All these weeds, see, there's a bunch of weeds here. And here is where I'm going to make my flower bed wider. That's how come I put the bricks like that, so it can dry off the grass. Well, it didn't dry it off completely, but that's a plan, just to make it as wide as this one, because this one's a little bit more narrow. And that way when I come with my lawnmower, I could just go in a straight line. Make it a lot easier for me, you know, instead of having to go a lot of curves and stuff. Okay, so we expect the temperatures. Oh, look. It's still green. I didn't cover this up. I know that when I've transplanted this kind of tree before, it does come back, but it'll come back from the roots. So for now, I think it's fine, whatever happens to it. So I'm sorry, we're expecting temperatures in the 20s. I'm gonna leave the shed open for the cats. Should be okay there. And our cat dog, baby, come here. She's gonna go inside. Like us, she's not used to this weather. Right, baby? All right. Everybody was panicking, went to the grocery stores. I didn't go because I've been working, but a lot of people went to the grocery store to stock up on things because 2 years ago, we didn't have any power. Some people lost, well, not here, but I know up in the Houston area, San Antonio, they had a breakage of their pipes, so they didn't have any water. Like, I think for 2 weeks or no power. So people are scared, understandably. I'm gonna rely on my sister. She had a stash of stuff. I do have some propane in case we lose power, but I doubt it. Hopefully it'll only be one day. I have propane, but I don't have my grill. A part is broken. But anyway, we could probably use charcoal or something to cook stuff. I do have a bag of rice, beans, so I think it'll be okay. All right, so everybody stay warm, be safe. Let's hopefully this heather system is not too bad. Thank you. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.